And here we are. It's here. It's your boy Zappa, professional mecha ninja, and welcome to Super Robot Wars Impact. Immediately shoutouts to the Super Robot Wars or the Akarasu Wiki Discord, because everyone's like, no, don't play it, it's bad, or do play it, it's bad. But you know what? We're here. It's happening. It's live. Join me for some 90-something stages. Two things I plan immediately for this. One second. Let me make sure this doesn't start going into the thing. Two things I plan on doing for this Let's Play is one stage per episode. If it starts getting super long, I'll cut out strenuous battle animation, or times when I'm not saying anything, I'll fast forward, take care of that kind of stuff. Secondly, I will be reading the translation, because this game doesn't have a translation patch or anything to that effect, from M. Neidengard's plot synopsis translation on GameFAQs. As such, I'll probably be reading it as it's written, and I will say things that are known to be wrong, such as names, because I'll just read it as it says it on the screen. I might go back through at a future juncture as a text file, replace the names with the ones that I know, because I can immediately see that it says Neo Geon, when we all know it's ZEON. It's just written as Geon. That said, we begin a new game. I also have physical paperwork for this game. I printed out some translations for quick reference rather than going through multiple tabs. It is Space Calendar Year 00XX. At one time, the Earth sphere was engulfed in conflict. After the conclusion of the One-Year War, the Titans began to run amok in the name of hunting down the remnants of ZEON. This led to the so-called Grips conflict, in which the ambition of Patsumus Shiroko, who had joined forces with Neo ZEON in a bid to ultimately control the Earth sphere, was overthrown by the Artemis Squadron led by Noah Brain. And in the shadows of that war were certain elements who continued fighting. The scientist Dr. Hale, scheming at world domination in step with the chaos of war. The tragic meganoid cyborgs, born of human science. The Koryu Empire, Dinosaur Empire, appearing suddenly from the subterranean depths and claiming aboriginal rights to the Earth. The Muge Zolbados Empire, striving to control the Earth, not the Earth, but the entirety of space itself. The turbulence of these conflicts, striking almost at once, was quieted by the so-called super robots, who, as their name implies, are machines with immense power. And yet, the Earth was still engulfed in conflict. The top Federation brass, thinking that peace had returned, had scarcely arranged for military reduction when new invaders appeared in the form of the Vegan Allied Army, led by Emperor Vega, as well as the incursions by the once withdrawn Axis and Neo-ZEON. Complicating matters further was the appearance of mysterious unnamed weapons in the vicinity of Mars, the Jovian lizards. Additionally, despite the war being over, the Gundam fights became necessary as the only means for the colonies to maintain self-governance. The storm of war has begun to gather again, with the Earth in its center. And yet no one knew that these events were a mere prologue to what was to come, or what that certain power enveloping all of space at work the time enveloping all of space was at work the entire time. It is Space Calendar Year 00. The stage of Earth, the Federation's Far East branch, the Beast Machine base. The story begins. A direct translation for scrolling text. A thought occurs. But we're gonna let that ride and see how that plays out. That might be moved and adjusted.
問題あり宇宙静寂でなければ憎み合う望んでいない望んでいない世界望んでいない世界修正完成する新たなる生命
Well, there's some kind of debate amongst some mysterious aliens. They seem to want a new world, a new form of life, and they're not doing a good job of it. This is the humans' fault somehow. Again, I'm reading from the text. This game does not have an auto text scroll, so I'm just gonna read and hope that I'm in sync with the scenes. It's gonna be very interesting to do throughout the game. Meanwhile, Shinobu is bruising as usual as teammates are bruising back at him, also as usual. He's pissed that his crew stuck their neck out in the fight with the Muge and got sent out to the Boondocks by the Titans as their reward. Masato is fine with the arrangement, since being in Japan makes him closer to home, and Sarah opts for the middle ground. Ryo conjectures that the top brass sent the team out there to keep their power diluted and incapable of running amok. Clearly, the Titans tried to take over the world in the name of their ZEON hunting, resulting in the group's conflict, after which the Argama Squad took care of. That Argama Squad was mainly disbanded after the war, and remains an independent practice squadron with a new battleship, with skeleton crew as its only remaining horsepower. Same as the Beast Machine Squad, which isn't making Sarah or Shinobu happy, since they weren't able to help when Dr. Hell showed up and tried his hand at world domination. The Mazingers stemmed that conflict and are now in a museum somewhere. Shinobu grudgingly admits that the Mazingers were too powerful for a civilian laboratory to be left in possession of, just as the squad from 0080 shows up. Chris just got shifted from being a test pilot to a regular one, and after a few pleasantries with Chris, notes that the NT-1 Alex and Bernie's Zaku customer now finished with outfitting and ready to go, if there's any need for their dispatch. Shinobu wants to know why Bernie pilots a ZEON machine, and it appears it's something that Bernie would rather not talk about in his past. That's his Zaku. But before Shinobu can make any more signed remarks, Chief Hazuki shows up and explains that 3 pilots formerly from the Artemis Squad and then from the South East Asian Kojima battle group are to be stationed at the base. That's Kojima as in the Ace MS squad, the one which had been assembled using spare parts from the first Gundam. Chris had heard quite a bit about them, and Hazuki tells her that he stepped in and asked for them, and they were under suspicion of internal strife during the last war. He assures a dubious Shinobu that the pilots in question are quite skilled and not as unfair as other people seem to think, and points out that gathering more power against another invasion like the Muge Empire is a good idea. And he's got a special pull in military ranks to his stature as commander of the Beast Machines. Elsewhere, a ZEON soldier is reporting to Norris that a certain something is at the Jaburo base. Norris wonders if the order from ZEON to attack the surface stems from this, and wonders if this thing can actually exist. Scrolling up, sorry. Especially since no one noticed it before. Just then, Norris' superior, Genius? Again, reading as is. I don't remember his name immediately. I also don't care. Genius shows up, having heard about Jaburo as well. Norris reports that all the information is still unconfirmed, and there are no signs of a large-scale battle. Genius isn't interested in the supposition, but he is interested in what is actually going on at Jaburo and at the Far East branch, where a certain prototype seems to be progressing very well. It can fly. Genius wants it brought to him, and Norris protests that the wounds to Genius' heart from the previous war have not yet healed. Genius is not to be dissuaded easily, until he starts coughing from the bad air in the area. Fucking weak-ass, space noid immune system. Norris tells him that there's no need to use Genius' new machine to attack a small island country's base. Genius accedes and returns to his room to be a baby. Norris wonders why Jin isn't more like his blood relation as a soldier arrives to let him know that the preparations for sortie are complete. With little choice, Norris leaves the sortie, still worried about the goings-on at Jaburo. That the base has been forced, and even the great Char Asdable retreats seem to have been something in a single night. It said something in the translation. Meet Kyosuke. Kyosuke Nanbu. One of the two OGs for this game. The other one, I believe, obviously, is excellent. So, somewhere, I guess in one of the many guides here, I had read that you get to choose your OG, but that may have been something that was carried over or misinterpreted from the Compact series. Or it happens later. I don't know. We'll find out. Scrolling. Meet Kyosuke, one of the two OGs. He comments to himself that, given the base of the Beast Machine seems a lot more normal than he had heard. Given that what was responsible for a certain incident in the past, he figures he's less important for the brass to keep their eyes on than his machine, since he's just a test pilot. Just then he runs into Fa! Hello, Fa, my healer bot. And Shido, the other two mystery pilots. Kyosuke introduces himself as his test pilot at Altizen, and Fa's the support pilot. Shiro recalls hearing that the transformable Methus was part of the Artemis squad, and Fa says that she was in the Artemis squad. She had to return to Earth alongside a childhood friend who got injured in the battle. That friend had been moved to Jaburo as soon as his wound began to heal. In particular, that friend is Camille Bidan, a new type, from what Kyosuke had heard. He's also heard that Armor was moved from the Artemis squad and kept under virtual house arrest, and is quite upset at the military's habit of splitting up talent like that. Shiro wants to meet Chief Hazuki and agrees that something is fishy in the Federation as of late, although standing around talking won't do shit. Elsewhere, Yurika is giving a bubbly welcome to Akito, who's just joined the Nabisco's crew. I will say that wrong deliberately almost every time. Prospector, that guy, notes that despite her appearance, Yurika managed to go through the Kalu's military simulations undefeated. TED, the EST of SRW. Needless to say, the other crew members aren't convinced. Just then, the redoubtable Gai Daigoji, bam! My timing's good on these button presses, makes his appearance on the bridge, undaunted by Uribatake's reminder that his actual name is Jiro Yamada. And we start ticking bakas. I'm not actually going to count bakas, just like, keep count. Baka. Oh, they'll probably count it for me. Thank you. Thank you, God. Continue reading. Prospector reassures the somewhat nervous bridge bunnies that aside from the last-minute addition of the cook Akito, everyone aboard was collectively selected for the Scarapelli project. I don't know if that's right. Which, simply put, is the Nergal Heavy Industries' plan to reclaim Mars. Although many once called Mars home, after the Meganoid revolt, the Federation had been concerned only with defending Earth and mysterious unnamed weapons, the Jovian lizards, are making life on Mars a living hell. The only cities left on Mars were built atop the remains of old Meganoid bases. Guy figures that he had been a pilot at the time. He had blown up the Meganoids and lizards to hell, and Akito recalls the Utopia colony on Mars, sadly, because he's traumatized. Yurika figures Akito must be thinking of her, but Akito's actually wishing he'd been stronger back in the day. Yurika pledges herself, or rather the Nabisco, to Akito, but Ruri points out that the conversation is actually not getting through to him. He's checked out. In any case, the objective is to go to Mars, save the people, which Akito has... What? That's not the plan! Prospector tells Megumi that Nergal has secured all proper permission from the Federation to build the Nadesco. Unfortunately, contact has just been lost with Jaburo, and Minato wonders if it's really a good idea to take off under the circumstances. Prospector gladly asserts that it's precisely the time to take off, though he actually just wants to avoid any possible red tape. Go now! Alright, more scrolling. Meanwhile, your boy, God of Hand Bright. Yes, God of Hand. Not Hand of God. God of Hand. They both actually work. Bright has just finished explaining things to Hazuki. Hazuki is worried that Bright's current war power won't be enough to fight the vegans. Yeah, I read that right. I thought it was vegans, but it's vegans. Sure. But Bright has no choice under the circumstances. At least the Jovian lizards aren't doing anything visible at this point. Hazuki would dearly love to know what those mysterious mechanical menaces come from. Bright says that there's a rumor that they're remnants of the Meganoids. The only fully functional base on Mars right now is the Mars Reclamation Base, ironically built on top of the ruins of one of the Meganoids' home bases. Just then, the Beast Squad members butt in, noticing that Hazuki is talking to the leader of the Argama, or rather the La Nobel Squadron. Beast Machine pilots quickly confer that this new vegan menace, or maybe it was from Jupiter, or maybe it was from ZEON. I don't know. Shinobu figures that it wouldn't matter who it was, the Dankuga was dispatched, and Hazuki wonders what's going on with the reinforcements from Konpeito? I wonder what that might actually be. Konpeito, it says. And the Satsuki Midori colony. Like Jaburo, contact has been lost with them. Fortunately, the Grendizer is helping Bright Haldos so far, but things are deteriorating due to a lack of pilots. And all the talk of sending pilots for some cutting-edge machines got axed due to the budget constraints. All Hazuki has a single test machine and its pilots, 3 Gespence Type 3s. Bright hasn't heard much about the Mark 3s, which are the daughters of the PT, the Personal Trooper Enhancement ATX project, which is some old Alpha and Alpha guidance stuff. Or just go watch the OG anime. The one test machine he's got is ridiculously strong, but is too unmanageable for the average pilot. Bright's been working with a custom version of the mass production Gespence Mark II, despite the demilitarization effort. Words. It seems rather odd to send prototypes to the front lines with the development program itself cancelled. What the hell are the top brass thinking? And mash it out because C. Oh. No. Scroll up. Much dialogue will be had in this first episode or 2 or 3. In any case, Bright intends to defend the path to Earth with his life, and Hazuki recommends him that he add the Dankuga, the beast machines, to the Londo Bell. Bright would love to do so, but their chain of command is different, and he can't afford to take that set with communications out with Jabra. Just then, 4 vaginas, Quattro Vagina, Char Aznable, butts in and says that Hazuki has the right idea, pointing out the only thing in Londo Bell's current arsenal with the firepower to down a saucer beast with one hit is the Grendizer. Excuse me. Breathing. Dankuga's battle worthiness has already been demonstrated in the previous war. To Bright's continued reluctance, Hazuki offers to disobey orders and simply send the Dankuga his way. Shinobu realizes it would make him disobey orders too, and enthusiastically jumps at the chance. And, it's not like this would be the first disobedience for the Beast Machine pilots, Sarah points out. Finally, Bright would like Hazuki to check up on some Londo Bell members that were split off by the military, the only 2 survivors of a certain disaster. Unfortunately, it's possible to contact the place to make sure. Those being Kyosuke Nanbu and Excellent Browning. Shinobu's looking forward to returning to space, and Chris wonders if she shouldn't go along too. Hazuki is worried about the ZEON surface units to fight their small size. Can't say away all his war power. If only the Mazinger was active. Is something you all don't have time to lament about. Or do we? Shido went sightseeing at the Robot Research Museum before coming down here for his own amusement, and rather than see the fabled super robots, found a notice that Mazinger Z had been turned to the Photon Power Lab for maintenance. He's rather curious at why they simply wouldn't do the maintenance at the museum itself. Perhaps Professor Yumi is also worried of the current chain of events. Hazuki figures it's time to muster his resolve and orders the Dragon to be activated. Time for both Gondor and Dankuga to rock. I think that is Gondor, like Condor but with a G.
Computer lock off. Program number THX139. Keyword は
The flying dragon takes to the clouds. Time for the dragon to be launched as the first battle arrives. This is one famous ship, always at the front lines of the Muge conflict. Bernie is sure that with such a mighty ship, you all won't be defeated. That is, if the dragon's heart lasts long enough, Hazuki thinks. The Dankuga team decides to head to space a bit ahead of the Gondor, but Hazuki wants everyone to go to the Photon Power Lab first. He reminds Ryoma that Dankuga is only at 50% of its full power due to the test that had been run on it, meaning it can't get into space alone. Just then, enemies attack. Led by a boy, Norris Packard. Brainy recognizes a custom goof. Norris wondering what the hell Zaku is doing in a Federation base. And he's highly tuned up about that. I was trying to... What was I trying to say? Ticked off. Highly ticked off about it. He recognizes it from the Cyclops squad and quickly realizes that the long rumored traitor is before his very eyes. He informs whoever's piloting Zaku that Steiner would cry if he saw this. After a moment's hesitation, Bernie declares that he's chosen the path he believes is right. Norris tries to attack Bernie's morale some more, but Shiro quickly intervenes and tells him not to be taken in. Sarah cautions Shinobu against charging him recklessly, reminding him to be heedful of the terrain. Cause motherfuckers is underwater and we ain't got shit. Chris tells Bernie that she'll support him if she's nearby. The suggestion of, Chris has support attack. And here we go. We is in the game. Fully rotatable. I can zoom. I can turn this mini-map off. So we have over here 2 Zocs? Hot Gogs? Gogs, that's what they are. A squad of Gufu. A couple more Zocs. And some Zaku. I said Zoc again, it's God. Yeah, just Zaku Custom, maybe? I don't know. It's not letting me zoom in on it. So, as is tradition, although some games do break the mold, there are skill points to get in this game. The game also, one moment, operates a skill learning system based upon how quickly you clear a stage. According to my paperwork here, what we have is between 5 and 15 stages, you will get one of a number of skills, which I guess one of them, the 5-stage thing, is super useful. I'm just finally looking at them for the first time. Yeah, some pretty good stuff. Just got to make sure that you really don't like override somebody else's negative one, unless someone has a really bad negative one. But I digress. So, skill points, or the skill point in this stage is to defeat Norris Packard. Don't let him run. Defeat him. So, what we're going to do... Now, unfortunately, the game is still kind of slow. I'm gonna run these two that away. See, that wasn't necessary. It's funny, but it's not necessary. Now, let me take a look here real quick. So I also have a regular guide open just to help me along. Okay. So... Nope, that's not what I want you to do. It's hard to see that one little line. We're going to try to lure these guys to come up on land. And we're going to hit our first save. Now, what I learned about Alpha Gaiden, we're going to apply here. But first... Oh wait, no. We're going to hit that soft reset. Hold start and select. Neat. That's literally all I wanted to do right there. No longer can I hammer out save states. It is a habit that I will need to break. And you know what? I don't mind breaking that habit. I do wish that would stay off. One unit hasn't moved. It's fine. Aw, boo. Okay, good. They're coming out now. Do I want to use... I literally don't know what's attacking. I hope it's a regular goof. Nope. You know what? This is fine. Gundor! That wasn't the... Ooh, that was the big 51. This is good though. This is perfectly fine. Make on door again. Now this third option is very interesting. This third one is either always, this particular unit always on or always off. Good, they're coming. Okay, so. What's your effective range? You won't tell me anything because you're a mystery. Nobody has scan by chance, do they? Is scan even a thing? Let me look at my notes. Okay, I know what it looks like. Kind of. Literally holding up my page to the screen. And it does not appear anybody knows scan at this juncture. That's okay. But we already have love. We have love, we have luck, we have hot blood, and the crazy one is... where is it? Where is it? Which one is it? This one. This miracle. Bernie knows two spells right now. Self-destruct and miracle. Complete opposites of one another. Yes, I did play the stage for testing purposes. This is fine. This may not do a lot of hurt, but so long as I can... We'll show off. It's because he's underwater. I wonder what that said. I don't have any mech abilities listed. But now that I've identified you... Yes, weapon? Okay, good. 1 to 5, damn. I don't know why they didn't move. That's weird. Come on, go over here. I'm gonna try to lure them over. Ooh! It's a bee in water, though. They will support, defend one another. That's fine. It's actually fine, because I'll still damage. And I'll eat one of their shields too. Oh, I didn't even use a shield, I just tanked it. Outranged! Okay, so now what we need to do is figure out 130. Okay, let me save that. That is Will, right? Speed it soon. Yep. Go ahead. Hype up. One, two, three. Yes, that is the perfect spot to stick him. Although really, I guess I could have made a better decision on that. Make sure they're next to one another. Aw, you don't have any post move? You sure as heck don't. That's allowed. What am I gonna do with you? We'll go ahead and get a little plink on him. I'm really hoping they'll come up on land, because this is going to be about a... Critical! Okay, good. They're coming up. Of course. Shield! Yeah, we can watch that. Eye field? Why do you have an eye field? Take that hit for me, thank you. That's morale. Definitely want to use the weaker attack. Oh dear, that's an issue. Defend. Rude. Okay, good. He got in closer. Nope, can't do anything. Dodge again. Okay. You have... Where's your morale level? 116. Okay. Don't need the support. It'll be fine. Wipe you out. Be done. And then... Hit that save. I also can't fast forward, so saving and loading goes naturally. Do I want to quit? No. I kind of need you to get hit. Now, I don't know if... Loady, loady, load. You have Excel and Trust. Crap. Okay, well, let's... Generic revolving stake? Oh, Heator. Does this thing just inherently have a beam field on it? I'll look at what that is later. It's just equipped? You just have a natural eye field? Alright, I'll take it. I'm not crying. I'm just surprised. Do you have anything that's not trash in the water? I just gotta suck it up and deal with it. No. I'm trying to select the Mantis. Transform. Because you are Healbot. You need to level that up. Yes, we will behold. I like this remix, this cover that they got going on here. Oof. Shield it. How many support you have? You have a support defend. Okay, so you're out of range. That's fine. We don't need to watch that again. Critical! Get dunked on. What? Trust. Search. No, search. No, not yet. Okay. You know what? Are you barely alive? You need to go. Let me just see about making you go. Defend. Oof. Alright, I guess that's normal. Alright. Well, I guess everyone gets is kind of fine for now. We'll let it ride. Okay. So, we'll try this again. Good, that's what we did. Okay, and there's some math here I don't feel like doing, but I just have to keep my eye on numbers. What? Where are you going? Yeah, take that hit, defend, and destroy. That is Dragon's Hive. I hope I waste that last shield. Yes! Only 3 of those? What are they? 'Cause I know you're a tricky boy. Oh, bazooka. Okay. Only one of these? What is this move? We're gonna use it, but what is this move? Faust. Oh, just a stun Faust? Bruh. Bruh, you're supposed to be tricky dicky over here. Just like, oh, let's stun Faust. Then where are you going? You're almost dead. You need to be more dead. Get this map out of my way. Let's shovel you over here. Get a little bit of healing in. Bam. Be gone. Oof. Oh no, it's not a post move. That's booty. Sort this shit out. Huh. Can't do that, not enough morale, which is understandable, right? Yeah. Huh, what is this? 1 second pressure. Oh, okay, that's fine. Accuracy, sure hit. That's the move there. Huh. Okay, here. A thought. Okay, so let's go ahead. Right? And that's the move. Destroy. Rebel up. But you know, even though Norse is gone, battle's not over yet. Don't let your guard down, stupids. 1 skill point. As such, yeah, that's not obstructive. That's fine. That can stay right there. That can stay exactly right there. Pick up this item. That is a booster. Alright. And that's the end of that turn. Yeah, wreck this boy. Oof. Whiff. Ooh, 2 points over. So that's magnetic coating and a repair kit small. Okay, hold on. Let's not throw that away just yet. This is turn 5. Okay, alright, alright. No accent. Wait, no, that is an accent. That's a miracle. But it was not worth it. Oh well. This will happen. Yeah. You get the repair. Help fall level up some. Can't do beam saber in the water. What? That's booty. It's not the end of the world. Oh, it's beams. Okay. We're gonna have to see. If we can't set up for a critical on that. We're gonna see how that goes. Oh no! Oh well. So we got it in 6 turns. It's not like the end of the world. It's just like, aw, dang. I'll get you from back here. Right? I don't mind getting sure the final kill. Yep, that's the move. Alright. After the battle's over, Hosky says he just got a contact from the Saltome Laboratory and the Photon Power Labs. They're both offering aid. Which means we get supers. The super robots. You know, of legend. He literally said Super Roboto. Choose one. Oh, so I have to choose now. That's interesting. SP up. Evade up. What is this? This is hit. A special skill level 1 which increases all other numeric value skills +1. Which it has a special note here. Do not override it like a stupid. I guess that means like you would get +1 on your support defense, probably. Fighting Spirit, +5 will at the start. Crit rate up. Prevail. SP up 5, hit up, evade up 10, and critical up 15%. Since I didn't get concentrate, what do I want? I want to take a Fighting Spirit for now. Oh, and I have to sign it now? Oh, which pilot gets it? No, that's Shinobu, that guy, this dude. You do not get Will +5. Neither do you. Although, I think if I had gotten that special skill, that would have popped all of those. So, like, everything there to throw. Same thing here. You have a lot going on there, sir. Where'd Kyosuke go? What is this other skill? That is support attack and support defend. What is this other thing? Let's take a look. No, that's not it. Oh! First strike. At 120 will, when attacked by the enemy, the unit will counter and attack first. So yeah. And I picked up the random items off the ground as well. And here we are, at the status screen. You know what? Well, first let's get that skill point off the screen. We're going to extend this episode a little longer and explore the menus. I swear to God, if this isn't save. Okay, good, that's save. Checking my memory card. Checking system settings. And there we go. Our first save. Do I have to push a button? There it goes. I guess this is machine info, yeah? Yeah, unit info. Pilot info. Oh, what do you have? You have this. Okay, what do you have? That's shields defend, I fathom. Blocking, right? Yeah, Buddha. Yeah, that's blocking. What do you have here, sir? Lucky! Neat. Shiro Amada, you have blocking, support attack, support defend, and what is this, something level 1? Leadership? I'm not sure on this. Like a support attack, except if both the ally units have command, then when the simultaneous attack is launched, both attacks will be critical. Well, but I don't see this command thing. So I'm like a bit confused. And I sure don't see command on the list of earnable skills either. So I'll have to look into that a bit more, do some experimenting with that. Fog, that's probably new type. I don't know what the other thing is. Probably precognition, I fathom. Since I don't see a skill for something like healer, and that's support to defend? Support defend, yes, support defend. What is this? What is this? What am I getting into? This is upgrading. So what is the second option? Okay, weapon. Okay, that's weird. That's so confusing because at first I thought, like, from everything I was reading, you would have to upgrade each individual weapon. No, no, no. Clear my throat there, too, please. So, there is a secret involved here. And the secret being that, I guess something to do with Dan Kuga's freaking, you know, unlocking a new weapon. Pilot abilities. Pilot database. Secrets. Let us bring up the secrets. Okay, so basically, every category for the Dan Kuga must be ticked up one bar, and we will get a move. So we're going to go ahead and do that. There. That's done. Alright, so now that I have no more money left, piloting, change pilot, okay. Modules? What is this option? I don't understand this option. Main pilot, sub-pilot? Oh, maybe. That's possible. Ah, parts! Okay, so that's the other list that I have. That's a repair kit. Oh, yeah. And then we have a booster and magnetic coating? Yes, magnetic coating. Easy 8, we'll get magnetic coating. Yeah, don't sort by that. Saku Altais. That runs together. That's so confusing. That HP needs to be one space over. Probably because words. Altaisen, yes, you can have the booster. Options. Stay, change. Yeah, I don't care about all this stuff. And that's next stage. Save. Reading the memory card again. And that's it! We did it! We have completed the first stage of Super Robot Wars Impact. Adventure! That was not bad at all, actually. It's just, you know, fine-tuning, getting the things and the moves. Stay tuned, because we're in for a long journey. Thank y'all for watching, and SIEG ZEON.